Hi, I know how hard it is for you when you're writing and you're looking for the right word or the right way to show that your character is angry or your character is in love without necessarily that they love each other, without especially telling the reader that they love each other. And sometimes it might not be a very common emotion that you had noticed, or maybe you've not really been in love and you don't really know what it means or how people show that they're in love. And you need something or a reference that you can go to and look at and say, okay, this is the way, like this is the way I could show, and you plug it into the atmosphere of your writing and show your readers the emotion. Hi, my name is Mechikonam. If you're new here, I post videos on writing tips, writing productivity, honing your craft, tools for writers, and getting published. And if you, that seems like you, then consider hitting the subscribe. Then consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that way you get notified when I post new videos every week. Now today I'm going to share with you two reference guide for showing and not telling. And if you stick to the end, I'll share two tips for showing and not telling in your writing. Let's begin. The first on my list is the Emotion Testrust, and it's written by Angela Ackman. I put it here. I put it here. I don't know. I put it here. Now, what this does is that it's the dictionary of all emotions. It will show you different ways. The first thing it will show you is to show you the physical signals, the internal responses, the mental responses of acute, okay, acute cases of that emotion. That's cases of acute. Cases for suppressed, okay, suppressed cases of that emotion, and vital step for showing and not telling concerning that emotion. It also shows you the definition of the emotion. It also shows you the definition of the emotion. Now, I'll give an example. Let's say, let's take anger for example. It tells us definition. It says anger is being aroused by perceived wrong. Then it also shows us for the physical responses, stamping and stomping of feet, tightening of the eyes and expression, and it goes on to show us the mental responses, the internal responses, which is great. For the internal responses, it tells us body moving, muscles quivering, uh, grinding one's teeth. For mental responses, it shows you are irritated, irritability. Oh yeah, that's the word. Irritability. That's the word. Irritability. And fantasizing violence, poor listening skills, and for acute cases, it says exploding over little things, which is all awesome. Why I like the book is because you don't necessarily have to say everything that is in the book and put it into your writing, but you can say, okay, based on my character, how, what kind of trait can I connect, and based on the context of the story, how can I show that my character is angry or my character is in love or whatever emotion, whatever emotion you have is in there, and you can check the book out and see. But mainly it's for people who are looking to show emotions and not tell it. Now, the second book on my list is drum roll, is Testrust of the Senses. Now, Testrust of the Senses is a book that shows you the sense, the size. If you're looking for words to show size, smell, sight, touch, to reduce. Most times we end up explaining where we could use a word for it. Like to say the smell of onion. I don't know. What does onion smell? I don't know if you know anything about the smell of onion. Let me know in the comment section. But this book would show you sight, smell, like all those words that you could use. Sight, touch, the it, like it will help you in words for imagery. Like imagery is the expressing sense, sight, touch, feelings that people are immersed in it, not necessarily being explained to. So if you're looking for, like, my vocabulary is bad, I don't really know how to build my vocabulary. You know, one of the problems of being a vocabulary as a writer is you're not looking for big words. You're looking for words that will help you express and build your word better as a writer, tell your story better. You're not necessarily looking for hakamaladocious. Oh, is that a word? I don't know. Is that a word? I don't know. Let me know if that is a word or look, I don't know. What is the most longest and you feel a simple word could do? Let me know in the comment section. Maybe a word you have and you feel like loquacious. He talks too much. He's loquacious. Something like that. But it will really help you in the word so you can tell and you can really build your vocabulary. You don't know the most words, but you know the words that would help you say, wow, how can I explain that he was like this, he moved like this, and instead of saying walk, 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 how can I say he wobbled or wobbled, wobbled, wobbled? I don't know what the pronunciation is. Wobbled. But I'll put it here so you can know what I'm talking about. So it's quite different from walking, but because when someone is using their legs to move, they will say walked, walked, but not all the time. Sometimes we're running, sometimes we're wobbling, sometimes we're staggering, sometimes stuff like that. Yeah, the book is really good and awesome. Now I promised I'll share two tips on showing and not telling if you stick around to the end. But before I share the tips, if you are getting value from this video, consider liking and co- consider liking and subscribing so that way you get notified when I post new videos like this every week. And if you're new here, introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself, and I'll welcome you in the comment section. Now let's get back to the video. The first thing I want you to do is don't label emotions. Yeah, as much as possible, try to avoid it. Yeah, like for instance, like he was angry. No, no. Anytime you see yourself labeling emotion, be careful and really check, check. Or they are in love. Ah, they're in love. You just showed. You just told us. We don't know. He didn't know. I want to feel the eyes, the connection, the smile, the laughter. Like I want to be the character and feel that the person is loving. That will help you, as I just mentioned earlier on, is to show and not tell the emotions and not label them. Is the emotion testers. Did I say emotion testers? The second tip I have for you for showing and not telling is show tiny details. Show tiny details. Like I tell you, he was he wobbled. He wobbled. That will save me a lot of words. Instead of saying he walked as if something was in his legs. He wobbled. Just simply telling me he wobbled cuts a lot of words and go straight to the point. I know he wobbled. Yeah. And with showing details like that, how they smell, the taste, I get to feel it. I'm immersed into the scene of your writing, which is awesome. And the book that will help you do that is Testrust of the Senses. I'll leave a link to other books in the description. And until next time, keep writing. Great art.